It's time to get some validation in your life, and that is using markup validation services. And honestly, web design folks, this is magical stuff. Validation services online allow you to check your markup, that's your code, in web documents. And if it sees any obvious errors, it will point them out to you. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to check everything or find every single possible problem, but it does a pretty good job of finding things. So I'm going to show this in Glitch and REPL because it depends on which one you're using as to how this looks. But you do have to check them separately. So your HTML is checked separate from your style page. You have to check your pages individually. So I'm in REPL here. If I open this in a new tab, this is going to give me the HTML file. So I can copy this and pop it into the validator. And this is one that checks HTML. So I'm going to paste it in and hit check. And then it's going to let me know if it sees any issues. What it's going to see is, warning, this document appears to be written in English. Consider adding language equals EN to the HTML start tag. Now, it's not wrong. So it's considered a warning. It's not like a bad thing. So you could add that if you wanted it to pass the validation. But otherwise, you could just leave that off. The next one is also a warning. It's not necessarily anything that's wrong. It just says section lacks a heading. Well, that's true. My section does lack a heading because I didn't put one in it on purpose. It's just a paragraph. The articles all have a heading, and the header has a heading, but I don't have one in here. I don't have one in the footer either. But it understands that footers don't generally have headings, so it didn't yell at me about that one. So anyway, that's that. And it didn't find anything else that it considered an issue. So that's that one. Now, how do we check the CSS page, right? So whenever you're in here, style.css is what our CSS page is. So all you're going to do is click at the end of this and hit /style.css. And that's actually your style page. If you hit enter, you could see your style page. See, there it is. This is also an easy way to print your style page as well. But anyway, so now I'm going to take this and copy. Now this one goes to a different one. This is going to be in the CSS Validation Service. It checks cascading style sheets. So we're going to pop that in here and check it. And it found an error. I went here and deliberately put a space between 13 and point, but you can see here it says value error. Font size. Too many values or values not recognized, because you can space between things. But you shouldn't space between a number and a point value. So down here at the bottom, you can see all my code that it looked at, but it's going to tell you right here that's an issue. And then I could go back and fix it. So I'll hit back here and go back in here. And then I can go fix that error. Or if you want to see a different error, let me take out this semicolon because it's going to make the line below it not work. So now that I've taken out the semicolon, if I go back into it, I'm going to get to my right tab here. I'm going to back up. I'm just going to check it again. And now see I have another error, missing a semicolon before the property name font style. And it tells you down here, right before font style, there is a semicolon that's missing. Oop, I'm on the wrong one. But wherever that's at, it's that semicolon would be missing. So that's what it's going to do. It tells you to here. It's in section and it's line 17. And then you can go through and fix it. So then I can come back in here, close out this, make that change in section, and then bam, if I ran it again, it should validate without a problem. We'll back up. We'll check it again. And congratulations, no errors found. So that's basically how you'll do that. So that was in REPL. Let me go into Glitch. So here's my Jolly Nutmeg. For this one, again, make sure you have style over here and you know that it's in the same folder, and it is. You're going to click this URL thing, and you have to open this URL. So I'm going to copy and paste this into a new tab so that I can see that this is my page. So here's your HTML page. So copy that. I'm going to back out of this one and paste this one in here. So here's my HTML page, Jolly Nutmeg. Again, it thinks I should add that English language into here, but other than that, it doesn't have any issues. And then same thing, I'm going to come in here, and it's just like the other one. You're going to put a slash and a style.css. So I'm going to paste in the address and then style.css at the end of it. Check. And then congratulations, no problems. And I didn't really have much in there because I just threw some stuff in there. It was actually a document that didn't have any. But again, if there was something wrong, like if I put background color white, let's see if it has issues with that. So let's go back in here and have it revalidate. And it says background color doesn't exist. The closest matching name is background dash color. So it even helps me here with suggestions about what would work. So there you go. And then it says these things were valid. There were no errors in this, but the one that had an error, it took out that one. And then, yeah, I just go back in and fix it, and then it should be fine. So we put that in there. Go back through, back up, check again. And bam, no errors found. So again, it may not find every single error, but this is definitely worth running your code through when you finish your project. And I've got it on Canvas right here. You'll run through the code validator. Just click which one you want, and that's what you will do. Do that before you print your codes because you want to catch any of those errors before you turn in your code printouts. And then you'll want to print your codes and submit the URL here in Canvas. So the URL that you're going to submit in Canvas is that main page. So it would be this if we're dealing with this page, which it'll be your personality project name that it gives it. Or for the other one, of course, it's going to be this address here. So make sure that you turn in the proper thing. That's what you will turn in on Canvas. And then your printouts, I'll have a special place for them in the room. You'll staple those together, making sure that your CSS page that has your comment line and your name on it is on top. And you'll turn those in. That's it.